Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another installment of Raw Manhood TV. I'm your host, Elliot Nelson. We have my co-host here. We have Ashton Ross, aka Lights Please underscore. And we have Korey Mercer, who his video is working now. He's been out for a couple weeks, but he's back for tonight's episode as we kick off another series, Confessions of a Black Man. And obviously, the queen of the show, she's running a little late, but she'll be here. I was gonna make a joke about how women are always late, but she's never been late, so I'll give her the pass. So yeah, fellas, it's been a couple weeks. Corey, we haven't seen you since I don't know the last time we were on when you were on. Um, but you're new to the new year, so how was everything? How was your holidays? How was your birthday? You just celebrated the 25th birthday.
Yes, brother. Yes. Getting old, man.
I feel you.
What a century, man. But all is well, man. Just getting back to the swing of things. And yeah, man. I think the last episode, man, I was feeling kind of crazy. I was under the weather, man, but wasn't feeling too well. But I'm good, man. Class is back in session. Uh, Family is good. Life is great, man. Just glad to be here in 2016.
Sure, definitely, definitely. And how was y'all's days, Ashton? You back in school now, so how's the school kickoff been? Um, y'all can go ahead and discuss that as well.
Man, for me, it hasn't been much of nothing so far. It's just been like syllabus, you know what I'm saying? Like getting those first couple of assignments in. But I'm coming off a 4 day weekend, so it's my last day off my 4 day weekend. Tomorrow I'll be back at it 9 a.m. Not happy about that, but it's you do what you gotta do. But yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. We just actually kicked off classes on Monday, so I got an assignment due Thursday. But I'm here with y'all serving the people, um, with what they want to see, what they want to hear, and all that good stuff. My day was pretty straight at work as well. Um, and I just watched Steve Harvey's little Miss Universe The Answers on his show, so I thought that was pretty dope. Um,
I heard about that.
yeah, he his Miss Columbia tried to come from him though. It was a little rough with her talking, but the one thing that she tried to come at him was about him reading cards. She was like, "Steve, I think you should learn how to read cards because it was on the card."
I
uh,
really thought.
I told somebody you don't get on my show and tell me that, especially after I've been reading cards for the past 20 years. You don't get to do that.
That's a no-no.
She came for him like that. She came for him like that.
Yeah,
She
like
told a grown man he was gonna read cards, bro. Dang.
yeah. And then I saw Steve face. Steve was like, R. I think her name was like R something. I can't remember. But he was like R, and he looked at the card, and she was like, "It's okay. You just wanted me to win." He was like, thank you," or something. But that just was hilarious to me.
That's crazy.
But yeah, man. To the viewers that are watching, you can go ahead and tweet this link out to your followers. Tell them that we are live right now on for Royal Manhood TV. What did I just do? Okay. For Royal Manhood TV, we're going to be talking about something very, very different, going off the rails of what we usually do here. We usually talk about hot topics and I guess what everybody is talking about on Twitter or during the culture. But I felt like we need to go against the grain a little bit and talk about things that usually aren't talked about. So we're kicking off a series. There go Audrey. We're kicking off a series, Confessions of a Black Man, and
Woo.
specifically tonight we are going to be talking about hypermasculinity. Ashton made mention of this topic last time we were on air. He said, "Yo, we might want to do that," and so I went ahead and said, "Hey, let's do it. Let's get it done." Uh, Confessions of a Black Man is going to be more than just tonight. Like we're gonna like next week, I think, or not next week, but the next time we're on air, we might talk about homosexuality, or we might talk about how men feel about feminism and all this other stuff. So we really gonna be talking about some hard stuff. You don't want to miss it. Audrey is finally here. Uh,
Hey, hey.
the queen of the show. Audrey, how was your day? How's everything been since the last time you've been on?
My day's been good. It's cold. It's freezing.
Great.
Like they're expecting snow in South Carolina Saturday. I don't have time. The weather is younger than my age. I'm not going out the door. Um, what else is going on? I'm just chilling. Everything is everything. Y'all done talked about current events.
We haven't got there yet. If you do, you got
I have plenty to say today.
She got something on her spirit.
I
okay.
got
Something
some
on your
itching on my
spirit.
spirit. First of all, happy belated Founders Day to you, Korey.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
happy Father's Day, man.
Appreciate it.
I totally
Hey,
forgot about that.
Ashton, how you doing?
Hey,
Elliot, that was shady. Sound like
No,
okay.
it's not shaded. Don't be trying to get me to come against my brother like that. Come on now.
That sounded shady. Okay, first of all, Flint
If you
and
were
the
with an
water.
iota, now it would have been a different story. But you're not
Oh,
an
I would have
iota.
picked on you if you was an iota. The iota's Founders Day is the day before my birthday, so I get a good kick
Turn up.
every time.
Did
Okay,
they even have a Founders Day? Sorry.
Flint, Michigan.
I ain't in this.
I'm not even Greek, so I'm not even gonna touch that.
No,
Flint,
me neither.
Michigan.
But
What's going on? We need to send Michigan some bottled waters.
yeah, we gotta send us some Deer Park or something because
No,
that's
Deer
crazy.
Park, Aquafina. God
Aquafina.
is calling you to the Aquafina ministry. Fiji is even better. Fiji is the highest office of ministry in the
Hey,
world.
hey, I drink smart water. I drink Fiji. I drink whatever water that I can get my hands on, except for anything that's dirty. um,
we need to put that crooked mayor in jail. Is what we need to do.
yeah,
Okay, that's where that's
The
why I want to
governor,
know
governor
because
actually, not the mayor, the governor. Yeah, because
so he knew it's been an issue and he never said anything.
yeah. I mean,
Okay,
get
okay,
it.
that's why I was lost. I was like, okay, the governor. What did he do? Did he poison the water? Because people were saying arrest him, and I was like, okay, what did he do?
Well, yeah, because they're saying that he was instrumental in that happening to the people. So,
Wow,
and then just when you look at the state of Detroit for like the past,
Detroit
God,
is bankrupt.
the Detroit has been through it, and I really, really hurt for the people of Detroit because, with the automotive crash, I think it was like '08.
yeah,
That's when everything happened, and the automotive industries crashed. After that, Detroit just went downhill, man. And I mean, it's a whole lot of us out there, and I mean, 9,000 kids got lead poisoning. 9,000 children, black children, have lead poisoning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They can't wash, they can't drink, they can't eat. Like it's practically a famine over there when you
right,
look at it.
right. That's
Like
horrific. That's horrific. The only thing these people did was be born in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like, be born disenfranchised. Like, that's the only thing they did to deserve this. That's unfortunate, man. And yeah, something has to be done for sure. I mean,
yeah, we need to band together and help our brothers and sisters in Flint because that's screwed up.
yeah.
right.
That is bad. And it could happen anywhere. I just hope Nikki Haley don't get no ideas down here because we already don't like her over here in South Carolina.
Look,
So if she
Texas
ready to
go.
catch these hands,
Texas governor could get these hands. He could get these hands. I don't fool with Greg Abbott. I do not
I
fool
gotta
with Greg
I gotta say like Tip, these hands is buy one get one free. Listen, don't play. Don't play, Nikki Haley. Don't try that mess now. We don't got time. Okay, Flint. What I really want to talk about, I wanted to get your opinion. Dark skinned Aunt Viv and Will and Jada. What's
Okay, let me just say this. Let me just say this.
because me and Ashton talked earlier. I want to know.
Aunt Viv. Okay, I get it. I kind of got what she was saying, but at the same time, you get mad, but we'll still making that bread though. Like,
He helping him make bread. This is my thing. She throwing slams, but then she told on herself. You really want Will to be nominated for his mediocre performance in Concussion? So, ma'am, not only are you making him relevant, you just telling us you're making him rich because you wouldn't see the movie unless you got a bootleg. So,
yeah, we know
You got
good and
bootleg,
well.
that mean you out here doing illegal activity.
well,
So
you know,
make
she
you look bad.
blacklisted, so it ain't affecting her anyway.
You know good and well you've been so disbarred from Hollywood, Black Hollywood at that, for you to be even talking about Will Smith's concussion. You know good and well you paid that $10.50. You didn't get that movie for free. Like, no,
You
but
are a normal citizen, okay? You
I
go pay
mean,
what everybody else pay.
I ain't gonna lie, she did light him up, but at the same time, yo, you waited 20 years to say some of the stuff that you talking about. Now you want to talk. Like, I don't understand.
And don't get me wrong, she has a right to feel the way that she feels. There were some things she said that were valid, you know. But fact of the matter is, we see your bitterness. Your slip is hanging, boo. Get your life together. We know you mad. Why are you mad with Will? Because he's a liar and this and that. Well, y'all need to talk on the phone because
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
you quit Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You quit. Ain't nobody made you leave. You the reason we got stuck with light skinned Viv.
You the reason why Jazzy Jeff was looking at light skinned Bill like, what the heck going on? That
We got the
nigga,
same mom this year.
I'm sorry. Like, not only that, but you do this video with these doggone stupid effects.
With these Charlie Brown camera.
You do this.
I don't know where she was going with them Charlie Brown camera effects. But that was not her smartest move. I'll tell you that. But then another thing about the situation is that she came directly at Will. First of all, Will's not the one that said something.
If anything,
It
she
was
needs to come
Jada.
for spite. Cause Chirac,
Right, because she ain't say nothing to spite. She ain't say a word to spite.
Spike Lee for the
So
past,
yeah,
I'd say 5 years, well, no, 10 years, because it's 2016. Yeah, for the past 10 years, Spike's movies have been hit and miss. So she didn't come for Spike. She went directly for Will and Jada because she got a chip on her shoulder, and it makes me look at the stance of black people in Hollywood. And I want to do that. We'll talk about it Thursday if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead.
that's
Like,
your show.
no, I'm just saying. I ask y'all for suggestions sometimes because I don't. But for real, like I want to talk about the stance of black people in Hollywood because she makes a point. Like,
Yeah.
ain't nobody got nominated for something.
You
It
know,
makes me think.
George Clooney said something because George Clooney came out and said it was a doggone shame ain't no black folks get nominated. So he
George
says
Clooney.
Everybody had something to say.
everybody has. It was a
But
travesty.
Janet want to get mad with Will and Jada for saying something. Lord, I don't get it. It's kind of sad, and it's like when we wake up, they get mad that we do. Like we noticed this. I think I saw an article on the Oscars were as white this year as they were last year. So what's the issue? Oh, see, heifer.
So is it true that they supposed to be boycotting the Oscars now?
From what I
Um,
heard, they're not watching it.
Or attending?
Now, what I did hear was Chris Brown, not Chris Brown. What is his name? Chris
Chris
Rock.
Brown, Chris Brown will never be there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, they afraid of the prestigious black folks. You know they're gonna be afraid of him.
Yeah.
They were saying that Chris Rock is supposed to be stepping down. He got a movie going on.
Chris Rock? He
I'm
gonna
asking-
step down?
See, your computer's so behind, Ashton. I don't know what you're saying.
I say is Chris Rock gonna step down?
That's what I heard. Now, I guess people are on rumor patrol, but if that happens, you know how that would rock the Oscars. Like, y'all, we got no host. The Oscars is in a few weeks. We gotta find somebody.
Yeah,
And Chris Rock is one of the most woke comedians you'll find out here right now.
right.
Yeah.
They had to get Ricky Gervais offensive self again.
Get somebody because uh, that's just screwed up this whole thing. The Grammys is gonna be very well. Then no, because there are some gospel artists who've been nominated for Grammys. So we in there. We in there with the Grammys.
Always.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar has the most nominations this year. He has
Yeah,
11.
Kendrick killing it
We
right
in there with the Grammys, but we just gotta win the Grammy. Like two
That's
different
true.
sides of the coin. Like we, I don't know why somebody texted me, but yeah, we we get the nominations, but at the end of the day, as
Minute.
J Cole would put it, go to the Grammys, dap it down, and watch Iggy win a Grammy while I try to crack a smile. I'm just playing, but
And
he
he's
did
still
go.
not nominated. J. Cole still
Nah.
like nah,
But
I feel
his
He
album was
not,
a couple
he's
years
not
ago.
nominated?
no.
His
From
album,
what to my knowledge, no, I don't think he ever was nominated.
nah, he didn't get
Dang.
nominated for Forest Hill Drive. Or he probably got nominated and just didn't win.
He wasn't nominated for what's the other one? Born Center.
Yeah,
He
it's
was not
it's
nominated for that.
it's the woke people that don't get nominated. Shoot, even Cray don't get nominated. He get nominated for freaking gospel awards. I get tired of that.
LaCroix won last year too, so I
Yeah,
mean,
he
hey,
did.
every little bit counts.
He did, but they, it's all good. I hate gospel awards. Not to say that I hate gospel music, period, but gospel awards just kind of like tells us that we all can only be confined to this one area, and that's it. But Kendrick, he got 11, so hopefully he get all 11, but he probably get like
3.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Hoping he get 11, but he'll get 3.
I mean, but hey, if Lauryn Hill can get all her 5, if Alicia Keys can get her 5, you never know.
Yeah. To the viewers at home, thank you guys for tuning in right now. You can go ahead and tweet us your thoughts about Flint, Michigan, or uh, what we were just talking about. Oh, Oscar So White and all this other stuff. We're about to get started with Confessions of a Black Man, Hypermasculinity. I've been trying to say that word all week long. Um, Hypermasculinity. Go ahead and tweet this to your followers as well. Tweet the link out. Let people know. Ladies, if you out there and you know a guy to know a guy to know a guy who deals with emotions and don't know how to deal with their emotions, this is an episode they need to watch right now. Because we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how society portrays us men and why they tell us that it's not good for us to um, let our emotions out or anything like that. Last little bit of current events. I think that's actually it. I can't remember anything else. I think that was about it.
Steve Harvey is still explaining himself about this Miss Universe. Steve, these people
Look,
just gone. I'm
look.
tired now.
We just talked about that earlier. I watched both. I watched both episodes, and I mean, he's somebody who's very like humbled and heartfelt about what happened.
He tired of
Like
talking about it though.
yeah, he is talking. He's tired of talking about it. So I think after those last 2 episodes, that's going to be the last you hear about it, because he really wanted to talk to Miss Columbia. He even almost like cried on this episode, um, and so it really did some damage to him. So I see why he did it. I think for the most part, he wants everything to be done. Period. Point blank. I did it on my show. You got it. Boom.
Like,
Take
make
it.
it go away. He didn't mean to
Yeah.
do it. All right, be
Yeah.
done with it. Like, okay. It was something else I was getting ready to say. I forgot. Oh, Toni Braxton's biopic this coming weekend. I think it's going to be good because she has her hand in it and it's not going to end up like Aaliyah.
Okay.
Or
As
Whitney.
long as she got her hand in it.
Because I think she's going to play the older version of, well, her current self, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She has a girl playing young Toni Braxton, and she's going to play Toni Braxton from a specific period to now. So she's telling her story.
Yeah. I think that wraps up everything. Um, did anything come or Kanye dropped the No Friends No parties. No, not no friends. No parties. No more parties in LA. He got to stop with these long names. Kanye dropped the
I
no.
I hadn't heard it.
He dropped that, and then um, sorry, I'm reading something.
I like No More Parties in LA. I'm gonna just throw that in there because Kendrick Lamar can do no wrong to me. So that's number one. And then number two, Kanye, his flow on No More Parties in LA was real reminiscent of like his early, like real hungry flow, like just him just
I
saying,
think a lot of rappers are better when they were hungry, cause now it's just.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, because you know, as of late, he's just kind of been resting on his success. So it's kind of been like, you know, rapping about Kim K and having a bunch of money and stuff that we can't relate to. But like this, I don't know. This one was like it was real hard. It was hard. So I like No More Parties in LA. And if that's how his album is gonna be, then I'm kind of looking forward to Switch.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I got some of the remnant of that on was it Real Friends or was it No Real Friends?
Yeah, no, real friend. Yeah.
Real Friends. So yeah, when I heard Real Friends, I was like, yeah, he's kind of back to the late registration type of
Mm.
flow. And so hopefully we'll get that with Swish. Um, then the homie Craig dropped a surprise mixtape, and then all the Christian Twitter decided they wanted to critique the man and all that. And I got into an argument
I done
about that
dropped my
yesterday.
phone. See, this foolishness.
I got into an argument about that yesterday because black people
We
just
at
don't know how to act. But
we
it's
at
all,
friend.
yeah. So other than that,
We
mixtape was
gonna
pretty
pray for
dope.
Leandria too. Pray for Leandria. She was twerking in the bathroom last night, from what I heard. I
Oh
didn't.
my God.
Corey, you ain't supposed to laugh.
Ah, she went twerk.
Yes.
Lord.
That's what was said. She was twerking in the bathroom.
Uh,
She was so drunk she accidentally blocked her husband.
What?
She was
That was
Who?
uh,
Somebody needs to take Periscope off her phone, change her password. Like
help her, Holy Ghost. No, what she need is a social media mediator, somebody who just do her stuff for her.
a good PR person.
She don't need no. Ain't nobody. No, I don't think you can pay a PR team enough money to cover Leandria with the stuff that she.
Hey,
crazy.
I mean, they do it for Chris Brown. So
I mean, but now Chris Brown at least come down and say, "Look, y'all, my bad. I was messed up." Leandria mess up and get mad when you say something. Well, listen, we can't keep cleaning this mess up if you're just gonna sit here and don't have no shame. We're trying to be regretful here to keep your fan base, what's left of it, girl. The answer don't have no shame. How you? Oh God, twerking in the bathtub, and I'm scared to go look at it.
in the bathtub?
Not the bathtub, bath
hey, I'm
towel.
just saying,
I was about to go, hold up.
in the bathtub.
But
Ah.
then listen, somebody did say, Leandra did show a little something.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God.
I'm glad you said bathroom because I was like, like, why would she do that? You know what? You know what?
Pray for her deliverance, man.
I'm just going. I'm just
Uh,
going
I mean,
Kirk
listen,
Franklin and Millie
even
Rock on this one.
even if it was the bathtub or the bathrobe or bath towel, would you at least put it past Leandra with all the stuff she did? Can
I
you
mean,
put it past her?
I mean,
You can't put it past her. So I mean, listen, we just got to pray, man. There's something going on.
Yeah. Hey, thank you to all the viewers that are watching right now. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I need to get 100 subscribers in order for me to change my URL link. Uh, so please help a brother out. Don't make me start a GoFundMe for this. Um, don't let me request just your subscribers. I know you probably only got a good 5. What's good with 6? Maybe 7 for the Holy Ghost. So with that said, we're about to start our topic, Confessions of a Black Man. We're starting the series, kicking off the series right now. Audrey, you kind of, oh no, actually, you didn't miss my spiel about Confessions of a Black Man, what we'll be talking about. So, hypermasculinity, Ashton brought this up last episode, and so we're going to talk about it, especially we had a good talk about it on the way back to A&T. I picked him up from the airport, from Raleigh all the way to Greensboro, which wasn't too far away. So we talked about it in the car a little bit about how society has really kind of sold us this lie that men can't be, men have to be this alpha male, this macho man who doesn't cry, who doesn't show any type of emotions, who, um, dare I say, doesn't cry in front of his woman, and he suppresses everything. Uh, what are your thoughts on that, Ashley? We can start with you since you brought it up. What are your thoughts on that? Where are we currently with the way we deal with this?
Right.
Lord Ashton.
What'd you say, Elliot?
I said that we're gonna start with you because you brought the topic up. So exactly, like, where do you feel we are with this whole hypermasculinity thing? Why is society this way where we have this thinking of men can't show these type of emotions or have to have this type of aggression all the time?
I just think it really has to do with, patriarchy, of course. Just the idea that men are one way and women are another way, and never the two shall meet. And it just, I really don't know where that idea came from, because I don't believe that from the onset of society that God created us to be that way. Um, so I don't know. I don't know how it evolved into this, thing of, men can't show emotions or men must repress emotions. Maybe it has something to do with, the, the certain ages and periods in time when, men were knights or warriors or whatever, like, because I know, like, for the Knights Code, like, when you study like that old history or whatever, like, you had to be like a certain type of man, you had to do a certain type of thing, and like, you couldn't, like, it was Knights Code that you couldn't let a woman see you do this or do that or whatever. I don't know. So, but all I know is that in black men especially, we have been emotionally stifled in this country, saying because to white, the majority culture. Um, like when we were over here and we were brought over here as slaves, they really kind of trained us. You know what I'm saying? As if we were some type of livestock or something, to where we could not, every show of emotion, every bout of anger or depression or whatever emotion that we had, we just kind of had to be robotic, and do our work. And there was no safe space for us to be angry. There was no safe space for us to be tired. There was no safe space for us to um, be anything more than just good workers. So there was nothing left for us to do than to just suppress everything. And I think it got passed down, that this is what a man is, because as children grew up in those conditions, and they saw their father,
Right.
get beat and this and that, et cetera, and not shed any tears, and it kind of, okay, well, this is how my daddy acted, you know what I'm saying? So this is how I'm gonna teach my son to act, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and just kind of built upon that. And so now we have this society of men who feels like, society of black men who feels like, there's no room for emotionalism, because that's not what a man is. A man just takes whatever comes at him, and he's just strong about it, and he doesn't flinch. And if you flinch and if you cry and if you pout about it or whatever, then you're less of a man, or you're not a man.
Definitely. Um, Korey or Audrey, if you want to take the reins on this one. Audrey, I know you're a woman or a lady, um, but you probably have some, I guess, type of insight on why society, um, I guess, looks at us as if we should never ever show any type of emotion. So,
I always wonder where it came from myself. I always wondered, like, why is it hard to? It's like we need Morse code to understand your emotions. Why are you so quiet? What are you thinking about? Express yourself. Why don't you express yourself? I'm one, I like to talk. Listen, if you're in pain or if a fire break out, I'm gonna need you to say something because I cannot read your mind. Like it's something I always wondered about. Like why, especially with me, I'm a very expressive person. Ashton can tell you that. I have an iPhone, so listen, you'll see 3 bubbles by my name. I'm be pissed off if you give me a 1 word response after I done pour my heart out. Like, why y'all don't want to talk? Like, what's going on? And then when I say something's wrong with me, well, I act as if something is wrong with me and you say what's wrong and I say nothing, you get upset. But when I'm expressing myself, you don't want to hear it. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, it's hard. I'm asking the same questions.
It's something that's not. It's something that's taught,
Yeah.
but it's a behavior that is not taught, uh, especially in the black community. Um, I know I guess for me, I grew up without a father, but my mother, on the other hand, she wasn't as expressive herself. So I'm in a situation where I was never taught to be expressive and to be open about my feelings, just because of my environment, my situation, and my upbringing. And that is typically the case in a lot of African American men upbringing. They just don't have that person in their lives that would tell them it's okay to cry, it's okay to hug me, it's okay to tell me how you feel. As we see on TV, you know, I guess the uh, heroic black images that we see on TV are not showing their feelings and expressing their emotions.
hmm
They're doing the complete contrary. They're doing the complete opposite. It's about, you know, can you fight? How tough are you? Um, it's about that. It's not about expressing ideas and expressing your true feelings. But it's a culture thing, I think, to me, just not taught. I think we just have to do a better job now. However, on the other hand, I've seen some of my friends. They grew up in a family where it was okay to talk about your feelings. There wasn't a lack of reason, in their household. So it's just rare that you see that.
hmm
And I just think we as men, we just have to do a better job to, I guess, to make sure that teaching is okay,
Yeah.
that it's not something that we should not do or be afraid of doing. I think it's okay, and that down the road, I think it's going to help, especially when we're in a relationship with a woman and we're still unable to express, our feelings. Like Audrey said, typically women are expressive. Typically women have, those emotions everywhere, but we're looking at y'all like y'all crazy.
Exactly, and I'm just like, me. How
It's,
are you
it's
feeling? Are you okay? I'm good. Okay. You be a little guarded, like, okay, well, let me leave you alone. Are you upset? No, I'm good. You sure? Why you so quiet? No, I ain't got nothing to say. Oh, well, this is going well. But another thing too, like this society is so hyper masculine where people don't even believe men can get raped or men can be in domestic violent relationships. I know some men that get beat.
Hey, and if you're a man that gets beat, you need to leave.
See, but
Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though. It's like, listen, a woman get beat, she need to leave. Da 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 da. Man get beat, man, you need to stand up. Man up to her. Stop being a punk.
Exactly. If a man tells somebody else, "Oh, I'm getting beat by such and such," it's associated as a sign of weakness. We don't want it. We don't want to say, "Oh, I'm
right.
getting beat, I'm getting abused," because I don't want to come off like I'm weak or inferior to, not being a man. We was taught to step up, suck your tears up. Are you crying? Stop crying.
What you crying for? Crying ain't gonna change it.
Yeah.
Well, here's my thoughts on it too. I think it is a learned behavior, but also, and one thing that me and some of my guys here in the area, we kind of communicated very, I guess, eloquently, is that I can't remember who mentioned being in a relationship with a woman, but there are some instances where not only is it a learned behavior, but we have past scars and past wounds. For instance, like you're in a relationship with a girl and you try to express your emotions, but then they tell you like you're being insecure or you're this, you're that. It's all this negative connotation to it. And then when we shut up and don't express our emotions, then it's, oh, you don't talk to me uh, enough.
You don't
You don't
bond. We're
express.
not bonding.
We're not bonding. Like what's wrong, babe? Nothing. I tried to talk to you 2 months ago and you shut me out. So therefore, no, be quiet and watch Netflix and you'll be good with my feelings. Okay, that's all right. I don't want to talk to you about it no more. And so we do things like that. So and also there's another half of the spectrum which me and Ashton have seen over the course of a few weeks where dudes even will call you certain type of names like being a simp or being a punk
Oh,
for doing certain type of things, and I guess showing your emotions and more so or less wearing your heart on your sleeve for a specific topic, which would be black women or women in general. You get called certain type of names, so it's like instead of me being called these type of names, why don't I just shut up and not say nothing?
Exactly.
Um, and so I mean, even me, I've experienced that personally. It's just like, you know what? If you're gonna call me insecure, then I'm just not gonna say nothing else to you. And every time I get upset, I'm just gonna keep quiet and I'm gonna suppress how I feel. And to everybody that's watching, especially if you're a dude, do not suppress how you feel. Like the more you suppress it, the more it builds up, the more you lash out. Ladies, you don't want your man to
you make
suppress.
yourself sick.
Yeah, and you don't want your man to suppress anything, because lie to you not. Once that tipping point happens, it happens, and it happens fast, and it happens quick. Now, it can be in many different ways, because men do several different things to how they express how they feel. I said something on Twitter the other day, how there was times where when I was dating somebody and I was so upset I didn't express anything at all. I just started breaking stuff like randomly.
Elliot, I'm gonna need you to handle yourself.
I just started breaking stuff. Anything that was glass that wasn't really like fine china or anything like that. I was in college, so I ain't got no fine china anyway. Um,
Oh Lord.
But empty wine bottles, different things like that, I'm just slanging it everywhere. um, and so there's things like that. Now, um, not to say that that's a good thing. Like, no, like you shouldn't do that. But there are things that dudes go to the extreme when they suppress everything, and then that one thing kind of just cracks the pipe and it just goes everywhere. So, um, but yeah, that's my big thing. So to piggyback on not what I just said, but to go back to the part where I mentioned how me and Ashton would get into these I guess debacles on Twitter. The society view men going up against men and calling each other all these other types of names, taking that and saying, um, this is basically what it is for men. Like they shouldn't express how they feel, and the way men treat other men is kind of that reason? I don't know if that's a good question or not. I just made it up
What
in
do
my
you mean
head.
as far as the way they treat other men? As far as um clowning other men because they actually have feelings versus, you know,
Yeah,
joining in with it. Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
And the thing about that, Elliot, it's just how we associate with,
Hmm.
how we associate and interact with each other. You know, if I come, like, my best friend, he's he's the probably the complete opposite of of me, how I express my feelings. He's more expressive than I am. But like if the society makes it like, I guess, looked upon men expressing their feelings to each other, it's almost like this, um people looking at you like you're crazy. You know, it's not, it's just looked down upon to how men interact with each other. We're like, oh, it's always this competitive spirit that we have against each other. It's not, it's not about, hey, what's going on, man? Talk to me. How you feeling? You know, we don't have those conversations. It's about, oh man, I got your girl. I got you beating this. You know, it's the complete opposite. Until we understand that it's not about being competitive all the time, society is going to continue to, you know, to hold on to that because we think we don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I think that's people in general because you'd be surprised at how women compete. And some are in
Yeah,
competition with other women that don't even realize they are. It's like, oh, why are you trying to do everything I do? What's going on? So I just think that's insecurity, let alone competing. Their insecurity is speaking out loud.
I think to answer Elliot's question, I think society does take its cue from how men treat other men. Like how you were saying, Elliot, you know, when people see that male or female, when they see a man shut down a man, you know, for saying this or saying that or whatever, whatever, you know, I know a lot of women have they internalize hypermasculine thought. So they saw their fathers be a certain way. They saw, you know, or they didn't have a father. You know what I'm saying? Or if they did have a father, they saw their father shut down their brother. Or if they had an issue with one another, you know, it was settled physically, or you know, it was settled through, you know, who could raise their voice the highest, or who could be, you know, the biggest macho man. And I think when they saw that, you know, coming up, then that's how they figure, okay, well, this is how men operate. You know what I'm saying? So then when you date this woman and you are a emotionally expressive person, then to her, you know, y'all run into each other and it's a clash, you know, because
Mhm.
she's calling you soft, she calling you a punk, you know, she's saying that you insecure, she's saying that you this and you that. You know, when in all actuality, um, like we say, you know, it's a simple statement to make, but it's a statement that needs to be made, which is men have emotions. You know, like that's just not something that we can sidestep. Like men have just as many emotions as women. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. I think we get so caught up in, oh, men and women are wired differently and this and that. You know, yada yada. That may be true to a certain extent, but I think at the end of the day, it can become a cop out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because it's not all about, oh, you know, men are logical and men are rational and men don't feel and men don't do this and don't do that. Because when men get hurt, you know, we hurt. You know, every man knows what hurt feels like. You know, every man
And I
knows
want to get to that too. I want
every
to ask
man,
questions
every
regarding
man knows what betrayal feels like. Every man knows what, you know, disloyalty feels like. It's really how we react and how we handle those things that really sets us apart. Um, and I think that you can be considered a strong person um, without putting on a facade that you don't have any feelings. You know what I'm saying? It takes a strong man to admit that he's been hurt. It takes a strong person, period, to admit that they've been hurt. It takes a strong person, period, to admit that they felt pain, in some type of way, because vulnerability requires a certain level of strength. So yeah.
Definitely. Audrey, you say you got some questions concerning something.
Okay. You say men experience hurt. I beg to differ because some of y'all so heartless. Like, say for instance, how men handle a breakup.
We heartless because y'all don't know our struggle. Y'all don't know our pain. You don't know how many times we prayed. That's why we heartless.
It's like you see after a breakup, you can tell like some of these dudes, I can't even explain it. They still do the same thing they've been doing when they've been in a relationship. You've been cheating anyway, so it's like instead of one woman, you pick up two more women.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Then
be
you turn around and don't trust no B, no this, no that. You'll never see me crying over. And it's like, okay,
all right. Well, I'm gonna touch on that a little bit.
I don't get it. Somebody need to enlighten me because that's
I'm,
just crazy.
I'm gonna touch on that. So a lot of times, and we know, especially being Christians, a lot of times we use um, certain things to cope. We use.
That's BS. I'm sorry. I'm stopping you right there. My glass is about to fall off my
No,
face.
no, listen. No, you gotta listen. You can't call it BS. I'm being absolutely serious.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
As men who don't know how to express their emotions, men who are emotionally stifled, men who don't know how to, who don't feel, that it's okay to feel hurt, or it's okay to feel pain, or it's okay to feel this or feel that. You'll have a man who will express something in the form of, what any okay, I'll put it like this. Any man who is a womanizer, any man who is a cheater, any man, it's not because at the end of the day that man is just a horrible person at his core. There is something that spiraled that, because it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not natural to just lie and cheat and get over and do those types of things and not have feelings towards women, and repress your feelings or whatever. Those are things that he has used to build his ego up. You know what I'm saying? When a man doesn't know who he is, he finds it in women. He finds it in drugs. He finds it in alcohol. He finds it in different things of whatever it is. Some men bury their emotions in music, or they bury their emotions in this or that or whatever. But I know for a fact, like when I've broken up with a girl before, and instead of going back to her and saying the breakup hurt, or instead of venting to my boy, because it's kind of like, okay, well, if I turn to my boys and I say this hurt or that hurt or whatever, then
Get
it's kind
over
of
it.
like, right. It's kind of like, man, well, come on, let's go get on these girls, whatever. And then if I go to my girl, and I say, well, this hurt or that hurt, a lot of times right after the breakup, women are trying to, they're not trying to hear it. So for me, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna confide in something. And so something is gonna be between another woman's legs. You know what I'm saying? So you thinking, oh well, he don't care, yada yada yada, because he's just going off and doing this or going off and doing that. But a lot of times the way that women are able to confide in one another, or the way that women are able to cry and express themselves and be sad and do this and do that. A lot of men don't know how to do that. A lot of men don't know how to let their emotions out, so they try to cover them instead, and that it's not, they aren't expressing them. They're trying to cover them and suppress them with other women, with other ventures, with other things. You know, like if a man doesn't become a womanizer, he'll get like really deep off into a project and he'll just work. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, you know, a lot of times like they say like with Usher and Kanye or this or that, like when they got their heart broken, they put out some of their best, most, you know, perfect music because they just focus in on something to keep their mind off of it. So that's really what a lot of that has to do with. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking, oh, he doesn't care, he doesn't have any feelings. But a lot of men don't know how to just verbalize those things. A lot of men don't know how to express those things just up front. So they cover them with other things. I think that's what it is more than anything.
I hope Audrey didn't block herself, because she just wanna go. I can't help you if you block yourself. To the viewers at home, go ahead and tweet this link. We're talking about hypermasculinity. It's getting very, very good. The topic is great. Korey just tweeted us in a tweet. And I was gonna make a statement. I totally forgot what it was. Apparently, somebody said, so I had sex with this girl, and after we got done, she closed her eyes and started crying. I asked her what's wrong. She said, "You're gonna leave me after this, bro." That ish almost made me cry because she was so right. Come on, fam. Come on, fam.
That's horrible.
It's crazy how we think as men. We think that's something. We think that's okay, and we don't really take for granted of how this whole masculinity image that we're portraying is actually hurting our black women too.
Yeah.
And it's just like Ashton said, it's something that is not being taught. We got to teach it. We have to teach brothers and other men how to treat women, how to be expressive to them, how to interact with other men. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah. Audrey, you didn't block yourself, did you? I'm talking to her face right now, but I'm hoping we rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus. Because she has not came up on the screen just yet. One point that I wanted to make, back on the whole men against men thing, some time ago, I happened. Oh Lord, yeah, I think she blocked herself. It's about to be crazy. uh, some time ago, I can't remember how this happened or how it even got to this point. I think me and a few guys, were just discussing some things, and we were just going back and forth joking. And I had made a joke, and somebody responded while I was in a relationship at the time. I will screw your B. Literally, like, if anybody knows me, who was this calling me? You calling at the wrong time, fam. Literally, the moment they said I was, not even the whole I will screw your part, but once you said the B word in relation to who I am dating, who I am seeing, who is heavily in my life, that sends me up flames. Like, you don't get to do that, right? So I cuss bro clean out, like, point blank period. Like, you're not gonna do that. And the response in what I said, because I said it in a group chat, the response in what I said was not like good at all. Like, they were like, "You're being sensitive." And immediately I was like, okay, so if it had been me who said that to you, it's either one, you want to protect your girl, or two, you would have felt some type of way and you would have been ready to fight me. But because it's coming out of my mouth, it's sensitive. I don't understand that. So to the fellas, and Audrey, you're back. I'm glad you're not blocked. Um, to the fellas, have you ever been in any of those situations where somebody called your girl or your female best friend or your mom, your sister, whatever woman is in your life, have they ever called them outside of their name? What did you do, and how was their response?
It was, yes, to answer your question. Um, and just thinking about it, man, almost got my heart racing a little bit. Yeah, man,
Lord.
it was a couple years ago, and it was my mother actually. Uh,
Oh
this
no,
guy,
not a black man and his mama.
yeah, brother. So
Not a black man and his mama.
it was it was a very sensitive situation, man. I almost got into some legal trouble, but
Jeez.
I thank God for His grace and mercy. I tell you, for keeping me. But yeah, man, the guy pretty much called my mother out her name, um, and how I responded is, I guess I was being hyper masculine, quote unquote, but I was furious, um, to say the least. But and the thing about it, man, the guy was 20 years older than I am.
Mm.
He's 20 years plus, and he's talking out the side of his mouth to a woman like that. And it just kind of threw me, man. It kind of threw me for a loop. I honestly, man, didn't even talk to the guy because if I did, God knows what would happen. But um, just this whole, I don't know, why, or I don't know his reason behind doing it. I guess, as men, if we feel um, like we're being belittled or disrespected, we talk or come out our neck sideways about women. But it's no excuse. Hands out, it's no excuse for men to um, call women outside of their name, regardless of how old you are. And if that culture and that teaching is being taught in the household at a young age, men are grow up knowing that and knowing the boundaries and what boundaries are to cross.
Ashton, you flipped your hat back, so I know you got something.
No, I was actually gonna say, I haven't necessarily been in that specific situation, but I have been in situations where you express how you feel, and men try to, they try to call you sensitive, or they try to call you soft, or whatever. Um, and I mean, for me, it's not. I don't know. It's not anything worth getting upset over now. I will say that if I ever am in a situation where somebody calls the woman in my life out of her name, who knows what I would do? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I don't play that. You shouldn't be doing it. Period.
Yeah.
Because I think like my worst moment on Twitter ever, like the moment where I just like totally got beside myself was over a black man disrespecting a black woman, and I didn't even know this chick, but just the filth that was coming out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like it just enrages me to see men belittle women like that. Because women don't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. It enrages me to see women belittle men. Um, like we're helpers one to another, and I just think that we have to get better about how we address people. But one thing I wanted to say about like the hypermasculinity thing was I think we have to begin to call our those of us who recognize what hypermasculinity is. I think we have to begin to call out our brothers when we
Mm.
see these types of things happen. You know, when we see certain jokes or things get made, you know, oh man, chill, that's gay. You know, or oh man, stop being a sissy, stop being a punk. You know what I'm saying? When you're around, you know, younger boys and you see an older figure, you know, kind of rearing them in that way, you know, where they're kind of telling them not to express themselves. We have to dismantle those types of things when we see them. And also we have to create safe space for men, because I know that I was talking to a young lady who was telling me that she got into it with a guy on Twitter, and he was talking about how, oh, well, feminists are this and feminists are that, and they only care about this and they only care about that, and they don't care that men get raped. You know what I'm saying? They don't care that men get molested. And the young lady was saying that that's not true, but he felt that, you know, feminists or nobody, society period, didn't care about men getting molested, because he was saying that he had sex with his babysitter when he was like 12 years old. And the girl was like, you know, in her later teen years. And there are a lot of men who have dealt with that. There are a lot of men who have dealt with what we would consider statutory or what we would consider rape in general, that they don't even know that they have been raped. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't even know the guidelines and what constitutes as rape. And they're out here, you know, they're like Chris Brown, Lil Wayne. Like, there's a lot of celebrities who have come out and said that when they were much younger, an older woman took advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? But the way that hypermasculinity is set up, that's a good thing. And that's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Because younger men shouldn't be experiencing those types of things at that age. You know what I'm saying? Without being able to give proper consent. And so it's not just about women. So we have to start dismantling those types of you know, that type of rhetoric that oh, that's soft, sissy, punk, gay, whatever. We have to start dismantling that type of stuff, and we have to start creating safe spaces for our brothers, so that if they go through something, they feel like they can come to us, and the women have to do the same thing, because it's really a hurting thing, man, when you take something to the woman in your life, and she doesn't provide a safe space for you, you know. So it's something that we have to dismantle across society. Like, it's not just a man problem. Everybody has to redefine what the idea of masculinity is.
Definitely. Audrey, I don't know, you were in and out, so I don't know if you recognize what we were talking about. But
I've been listening.
Okay, cool. So, dang, I totally forgot what my next statement was going to be. Feminism. You mentioned something about feminism. Wait, before we go on feminism, here's the other question I was going to ask. I've heard many things about how it wouldn't be, our emotions would be available to, I guess, be given to the opposite sex if we had changed the way we delivered them. So sometimes the way we deliver our emotions shows a side of softness, or shows that we are quote unquote punks or anything like that. So should we kind of orchestrate the way we express our emotions, how we do that, or does it really matter? Emotions are emotions.
Go ahead, Korey.
I was just gonna say, I think it does matter. Everybody's different. At the end of the day, I'm going to express my feelings completely different to someone else, or to another guy or another man that may, you know. So yeah, feelings are not just feelings. And the thing about it, if we know ourselves and know how we respond to and react to different things, we could better express our feelings and our emotions. But everybody is different. So just to say that feelings, that's not necessarily the case. Everybody, has their own unique way in expressing their love or expressing their uh, remorse, condolence, whatever it may be, expressing how they feel to another person. Um, and if you don't know how to do that yourself, you just have to do some introspection of who you are to come, to be able to do that. And this is just about growing and maturing as a person, as an individual, and understanding who you really are. And I think that's a part of everybody's development of trying to understand how to express their feelings. 'Cause I think it's crucial, it's critical to becoming a woman, becoming a man. It's crucial. But that's it, Ashley. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say like, I think that when it comes to like how men express their emotions, yeah, you do have to be concerned about your delivery, because if all you do is holler and scream, then that's not okay. I think that's across the board. I think that's across the board because um, we can't have double standards, because one thing can't be acceptable for women, whereas it's not acceptable for men. You know what I'm saying? Because we give women a pass when they holler and scream and fuss and cuss. Like, we just say, "Oh, she's just being a woman." But if a man does the same thing, then it's the end of the world. And I think that we kind of have to just realize that as adults, as people, I think it's really a maturity thing more than it is a gender thing. It's not about this is a man, this is a woman. It's about we're adults and we should be able to express ourselves in a respectful manner. So I'll put it like that. We should be able to express ourselves in a respectful manner. Now, when it comes to certain emotional outbursts or whatever, making a man soft or this or that, um, yeah, I think there needs to be some type of social reform, if you can, if you'll say that, where it comes to how men who cry are viewed, or how men who express pain or express disappointment are viewed, because a lot of men are afraid to cry, especially in front of a woman. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
men feel that it makes them less of a man, to
Depends on what
show.
you're crying about.
What you
See,
say?
you part of the problem.
Right.
It depends on
No,
what we
no.
crying about.
You crying because somebody ate the last slice of cake. Boy, get it together.
Well, no, I mean, like I said,
Now
that's a
you crying because like you're really hurt, like you lost a friend, or you're dealing with a breakup, or if there's some family issues going on and you're trying to face it, somebody died. Okay, I can understand. My dad cries in church, and I've never seen him cry in my 25 years of living until I see him in church, and I was like, dang. Like, I can understand that, but you cry. He stole my fitted. Boy, if you
but like I said though, that's a maturity thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a gender thing. That's not a I feel like anybody who does that, who cries over at the drop of a dime for any little old thing, you know,
you need therapy, man.
grow up. Yeah, just grow up. Like, don't stop crying all the time. But
I've
yeah,
seen I've seen guys, no lie, I've seen basketball players cry because they lost at the championship game or in the playoffs. That's a
You
pass.
know,
That's
yeah,
a
that's a
pass.
pass.
I will let you cry. You
emotional.
know
That's
what?
That's a
emotional.
pass. Do
Let
you know
let it
what
out.
I'm saying?
Oh God. Can I don't even want to cry with you. Let it out.
That's
That is a
emotional. And
pass.
see, men should be able to express disappointment. in those ways.
Correct.
They should be able to express disappointment in those ways. That sports competition, emotions are high. Okay, now, if you sitting at home and you watching the Super Bowl and your team lose and you start crying,
Listen.
that might be a little different. That might be a little different. But if you out there playing and you put your all on the line and you developed a relationship, with your teammates and your coach and your university or your city or whoever you're playing to represent, and you get all the way to the championship, and then it's down to the wire and y'all lose by 2 points, or something like that. That's tough. That's tough. And I think that's okay. It's okay to let it out. But I mean, we gotta stop policing people's emotions so much. We gotta stop policing men's emotions and telling men, when it's okay to be emotional and when it's not. And I think we have to redefine what it is to be just like we have to redefine what it is to be a strong black woman, because a lot of people give that narrative. Oh, a strong black woman is somebody who can basically get ran through the mud and keep on trucking. No, like that we shouldn't want that for black women. You know what I'm saying? We should want a strong black woman to mean something other than how much pain and disappointment and hurt she can go through. So I think it's the same thing for men. A strong man or a strong black man. I think we have to redefine what that is. And right now it's, any man that says something, I'm gonna cut his throat. Any woman that
with anger.
Right. Any woman that thinks she gonna talk to me any kind of way, I'm gonna knock that upside her head and da 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 da. Like that's not what a strong black man is. And I think we have to redefine that just the same way as we're redefining what strong black femininity is.
Also, I was going to say, do we give a pass to dudes that cry because Kobe Bryant is retiring, or no?
I'm gonna be crying myself.
I think everybody gonna cry when Kobe.
Man, that's our childhood. Our childhood is like.
There's gonna be birds crying, dogs.
I ain't gonna even lie. When I found out Zaboomafoo died, I said, Zaboomafoo, oh my God. I was disappointed, man. I said, Lord, oh God, Zaboomafoo is gone. Oh, Jesus.
All right, last thing. I was going to kind of go into feminism because I believe Ashton had mentioned it a little bit. But wait, did my computer just freeze? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Audrey's face was just laughing and like it just.
Oh,
sorry. All right, so we want to talk about feminism just really quickly. So, and I guess the question I was trying to piece in my head, when it comes to hypermasculinity versus feminism, is feminism at a point where, and from some reason, someone was trying to explain to me feminism because I still don't have a full grasp of what feminism is. From what I know, feminism is that they want the privilege to be able to walk with their shirt off, just like men are able to walk with their shirt off, something like that. I don't know.
That's how I think it is too. They feel. I think some women feel they have to do everything a man can do. I don't know. I don't understand feminism myself. And one thing I have come to grips with, especially being a woman who believes in God, as much as we try to escape gender roles, look,
you can't.
they hear, like, some of these women, they're telling the men how they don't want to do this and they don't want to do that. Like the girls I told you about on Periscope, Elliot, like one time, prime example. I was like, A lot of these girls, they talking about getting married, but they can't write a check, they can't cook, they barely want to wash their own behind, and talking about they want to be married. And these two girls jumped on me. Also, marriage, all marriages is cooking and cleaning. I said, no, I didn't say that. All I'm saying is you can't do simple things to take care of yourself, and you talking about taking on a family and a husband. Like, it's certain things he's not going to be able to do. If he is, then so be it. But no, like you telling him what he need to do in his house ain't clean. Who are you? Oh,
Right.
and I was like, this next generation of men, they in trouble because I looked in their Avi and they don't graduate college till 2017, 2018. I was like, if you got a good woman on your arm, if you got a good wife, you better hold on and hold on tight because these girls, they don't want to do nothing. And it's not
Or
all
find
about
you a
that. I
cougar.
mean, right. I mean, it's not all about that. I feel men should cook every now and then. It's certain things you have to do in order to take care of yourself. What if you never get married? You gonna wait on a woman to do it? And that's all I'm saying. Like, if I
Right.
never get married, I'm not gonna wait on a man to do anything for me because I can handle me. But I'm not gonna go around and act like I don't need him. Yes, your help is solicited over here, holiness. Like, I was like, this next
Right.
generation of men, y'all in trouble. You get sick, she ain't gonna wash you because she don't wash herself.
To answer
She ride his thing.
to, to answer Elliot, what from what I gather from colleagues and people who I know who are feminists or who declare to be feminists, that kind of stuff, especially for black women, that kind of stuff is not important. Being able to walk around with your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Feminism is more so about equality between the sexes. And that's social equality. That's not saying a woman can do anything a man can do and a man can do anything a woman can do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just saying that, when you have women who are economically disenfranchised, you know what I'm saying? When you have women who aren't um, able to do the same things professionally or in a sociological aspect, women who aren't able to even when it comes to your sexuality, you know what I'm saying, or even when it comes to your attitude as a woman, how a woman is a B word if she's assertive or if she's aggressive, but a man is seen as a leader or a hero, like kind of changing and
Okay, well, yeah, I understand that then. But
right,
it's
you know
just
what I'm
like some of these feminists talking about they don't want to wear, their feminine products when they're on because, they just want to go freely. I ain't into that.
saying? Yeah,
Nah,
that's
I'm not
crazy.
into that either.
That
Don't
ain't feminine. That's nasty.
God, don't give me that. Don't give me that, God. I promise you. I will not deal with that. I promise you I won't.
That's
They,
foolery. That's foolery. And most
that's the stuff I've been seeing, and I'm just like, I don't think I can get with this. Now, yeah, I do. I see where you coming from. A woman can be president. A woman can be a CEO. Okay, yeah.
right, you know what I'm
But
saying?
but
Yeah,
all of
in
that,
that case, I get it.
but it's
Well, then my
translated
question
to
is null
the
and void. Then
What'd you
who?
say, Corey?
all of that what you talked about, Ashton, that disenfranchised being economically equal to a man, all of that oppression is translating to the relationship. As
Right.
a man,
I wanted to touch
as
on
a
that.
man, we're supposed to lead the household. We are the head of the house. But women now, they're so independent. They want to do this, they want to do that. They don't need a man. It's like y'all can't let us play our role because it's like, no, I can do this better than a man, or
Don't let her make more money than you.
yeah, and it's an issue. And it's like we
Well,
got it comes down to knowing your role. Because I'm gonna lead mine, and I'm gonna take care of mine. My woman should have that confidence in me and trust in me that I'm gonna take care and lead the family as a man should.
Well, I would say that you can because I'm a firm believer that feminism and the biblical concept of a household can coexist. I don't believe that they are counter opposites. I think that because think about it, Proverbs 31 woman, she was financially astute. You know what I'm saying?
She had it all.
She was a woman about business. She was a woman who ran her household on a tight ship. She wasn't a Betty homemaker. You know what I'm saying? She knew she had a lot going for herself. And I think that even if I am in a situation where and I think this is where feminism and hypermasculinity clash. Because if I am a man and I'm in a situation where I'm married to a woman who makes more money than me, it shouldn't uh it
It
shouldn't
shouldn't fall in y'all arguments. Every
right
argument y'all have.
right it shouldn't threaten me. That's the word I was looking for. It shouldn't threaten me that a woman makes more money than me and I got to get off and go hollering about, well, I'm the leader of this doggone house. You know, like it shouldn't have to go that far. You know what I'm saying? It should be a thing of, okay, she makes she makes more money than me or whatever, but she still respects me.
Correct.
As a man, you know what I'm saying? As a decision maker, as a father, as a husband, she still allows God
You
to.
ain't one of the kids,
Right,
basically.
right. You know what I'm saying? She still allows God to use me to speak to the household and to kind of steer the path of the family. You know, like money or trivial things like that, or who's doing this or who's doing that. Like those types of things should not threaten a man. And I think where you got that intersection of like feminism versus hypermasculinity, because hypermasculinity says no, women can't be empowered at all. And all feminism is saying is, I just want to be seen as a partner and not a, you know what I'm saying, not a somebody who's you know, I don't know what's the word I'm trying to say. You know, not submissive, because yes, women can be submissive, but at the same time, in being submissive, they can still be empowered. You understand what I'm saying? So
And I mean, to be honest, it's power and submission. It's a lot because
right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because as a woman who submits to her husband and allows him to lead, you know what I'm saying? There's strength in that. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's strength of vulnerability. So yeah, I think that's where the two heads collide a lot of times, because the hyper masculine culture says men have to make more money. Men, you know, have to lead in the bedroom. You know, women can't do this and can't say this and can't wear that. You know, hypermasculinity says that, you know, hypermasculinity promotes rape culture, you know, and says that, you know, well, if I'm a man, then, you know, if you dress in a certain way, then my manly instincts, you know, you should just expect to get raped. I'm a man and I'm man. Like, you know, no,
you don't know how to control yourself. That's all that is.
that's the issue. That's the issue between feminism and hypermasculinity.
They just sound like the dude insecure about something.
Right. Because there's so much like I was telling Elliot, there's so much homoeroticism in being hypermasculine. There's so much
Matter of
God.
fact, like the dude you got into it with on Twitter, Ashton, he was like, he'll have sex with a man before he be with a fat girl. Everybody was like, sir, correlation, please.
Right. You know, right.
Wait, I missed this moment in history.
Right. You're trying so hard. You trying so hard.
Everybody was like, whoa.
Right. You trying so hard to downplay a woman that
You
you go
basically told him.
have sex with a dude. Like it's just like the other day I saw a tweet where a guy was saying women can't be funny. I don't find women funny. Women aren't funny to me. And the girl kind of challenged him and was like, so only men can tickle your funny bone? Like,
it's only men that make you laugh and giggle and get all on your insides and make you feel good. Only men can do that to you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta realize the
Only
stupidity
men
of what
tickle you at night. I don't understand.
right.
Lord knows what else he can tickle. Jesus the Christ. So sad. This is so sad. Like I can't deal. These fellas is funny.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So
Wow.
that's
Yeah, that was funny. Like all of Twitter. Yeah, you were missing in action that day, Elliot. All of Twitter jumped on him like, dude, just say you gay. Why you gotta sit here and put the big girl down? You ain't the only one that could really care less about a big. If you don't care about it, then that's fine. Somebody gonna love her. It was like, nah, I can't mess with no big chick. I mess with a man before I mess with a big chick. It was like,
Wow.
wait up, you remember Kevin
Wait a
Hart? Wait a
wait
minute,
a
wait up,
minute.
hold up.
Wait a
wait up,
minute.
wait up.
Wait a minute.
Like it was just like Twitter froze. You know how your TL don't reload after 2 minutes. Like the TL didn't even reload. Like everybody just stopped tweeting.
Time just stop.
Like boy, what did you just say? Ashley was like, dude, just say you gay.
Just say you like men, dog. Just you ain't gotta put down women to say you want to sleep with a man. Like
Exactly. Don't put it on women.
Cause you ain't hurting us. It's somebody that want it.
this girl ain't did nothing to nobody.
Lord.
Hilarious. Yeah, that is wild. We're gonna have to end on that note. Matter of fact, I'm glad we're ending on that note because next week we're talking about the undercover brother, the undercover man. We're talking about homosexuality anyway. So we're gonna end right there. And I think next week we're gonna have a whole lot of viewers. Because we ain't never talked about homosexuality in the history of Royal Manhood TV, even though we're on season 2, it eventually would have happened. But next, I gotta put my calendar out. I always gotta do this. The 2nd of February, that's when we'll be back. 2nd of February, we will be back here on Royal Manhood TV. We're talking about Confessions of a Black Man, undercover brother, why dudes are marrying women and then sleeping with men on the side. We're talking about all of that. What's going on through the minds? Obviously, we straight
You
up
know what
here.
would be a good movie too? Cover. You ever see that movie Cover with
No, I
Leon?
haven't.
Oh God. See, watch that movie before we do this show.
Is this on Netflix?
It's not on Netflix, but I think I can find a site. I think I can find a site for you. It will come on TV. Or if not,
Uh,
if you don't even want to watch it, then you can probably just like look up the synopsis of the movie. Like Download
uh,
Brothers is real, y'all.
yeah,
It
so
real.
we're talking about Download Brothers on the 2nd of February. Make sure you're there. Thank you all so much for viewing to the viewers that we did have tonight. Obviously, though this is a big topic, it wasn't one of those topics that kind of bait a lot of people into it, like Black Women Matter and all that other stuff. So with that said, I'll leave the floor open for closing remarks, starting with Korey.
I'm good, bro. Um, Tonight was great. Great discussion. I'm just give you a disclaimer for my next topic. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't, I
know.
don't, I don't know either, bro. But
But yeah, man, this is gonna be another great discussion, man. All the viewers out there, bless up. Y'all stay encouraged. Y'all stay positive, man. Keep doing your thing. I'm praying for you. Pray for me this consecration season.
oh
Uh,
yeah, I totally forgot about that. 30 something days. You in day 19 now, right?
Day 15, bro. Start on the 4th.
Oh, okay. Day
Yeah,
15. Yeah, he doing the 32-day fast with the church I used to go to. I don't miss that.
Very
Flesh.
This is the
Flesh.
year of victory, though. It is going down.
No, it's not flesh. Let me tell you why I don't miss that. Because
Oh, who is it? It's show like spirit.
Because me and my homie Brian, we had an experience with it last year. No, not last year, the year before that. I can't remember when I left, but I left. Um, and halfway through, like around day 15, we realized that we had got all our answers that we needed.
Oh,
So at
wow.
that point, we were like, why are we still doing this?
Nah, bro, that ain't how it works.
And so
Y'all so
that's
genius.
but
Damn, come on, Em. Cut it in the middle.
but we didn't stop.
Y'all
We didn't stop in the middle. We went ahead and went through the rest of the 15 days. But we were just like, yo, like basically, like I'm just sitting here. And I'm not wasting my time. I'm still playing and stuff like that. But I could be eating some steak right now. Like God has released me. But yeah, that hey, God bless you, sir. Um,
Yeah.
I that now at least you're not some people who do like 40 days. Like the 40 days, if it was a 40-day fast with that church, I'd have been like, look, I'm stopping at day 20 because day 30 was cool, but you talking
What
40. Oh man. But anyway, Audrey, you next. What's going on?
Talk About It Thursday is coming back next week.
Ooh.
We
Shout
still
out to
trying to
Kurt.
figure out the topic because like we're all over the place. Like we see so much during the run of a day. Me and Elliot been texting like most of the morning because we were just like, you know what really makes me sick and what we need to talk about. Let's talk about this. Like it's so much been
Yeah.
really getting on our nerves and we want to discuss. So we're gonna have to come together and think of a topic. But Talk About It Thursday is coming back. Dang, it's homecoming and the dude who's doing my flyers is working on t-shirts right now. I did not get my flyer this weekend now that I thought about that.
I
I'm
was
not
gonna text you and ask that.
I'm glad you said that because I was like, I had not heard from him. Yeah. We're back, y'all. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can look up Talk About It Thursday, and it's a whole bunch of videos right there. Subscribe to the channel, share videos, tell us which one is your favorite, give us suggestions, and let's get ready for season 3.
Bet. That's like the 28th, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, 28th. Because
All
29th,
right.
yeah.
Bet. Ashton was good.
Pray for me. I mean,
Why you say it like that?
because I'm in school, man. I'm tired. I'm old. I can't.
Yes, I'm tired.
And I'm from Texas, and it's like
It was 19
12 degrees
degrees this morning.
outside.
I know you felt some type of way.
Man, the cold is so disrespectful. Like, bro, I walked outside last night. I had on like something like this, like a sweatshirt and some sweatpants, and a little hat. Man, I had to come back in and get a jacket, gloves, scarf. Like, golly, I thought I was really gonna do something. But yeah,
Soon as you open that door, oh, hold
as
on.
soon as I opened the door, I was just like the Hulk, like Martin say, the Hulk in here. You letting the Hulk in. But yeah, no, like seriously, pray for my semester. Pray that I find a job. I pay A&T. Pray that my W-2s come in so I can get
Amen,
the
brother.
home.
You got it, man.
Yeah, and that's it. Just keep me in prayer. Keep me with
Dope. As for me and my house, we will always serve the Lord, obviously, but um, ain't no 50-day fast going on here. We'll be back on the 2nd of February. I started grad school again on Monday, so I got work due Thursday. So after I get off here, I'll be doing some work. 500-word essay. That's not too big, but y'all pray for that because it's marketing research, and we got all these different quantitative and all these different things that I don't like, but got to do them because I'm a marketing dude. And speaking of being a marketing dude, I'm gonna do better with my marketing for the show, cause I be slack sometimes. I talk all day on Twitter, but never mention the show. That's my bad to the viewers at home.
It's
Uh,
easy to do, so I ain't gonna even sit here and judge. It's so easy.
it's you look up and it's like, dang, the show tomorrow. Oh shoot! So yeah, I'm gonna do better with that. And also, um, I'm actually, I wouldn't say in recruitment stages, but I'm scoping out some good people who've been doing entertainment. Obviously, like Audrey, she's like the first person on my list of contact. Um, but we about to shape up the culture, shape up and create our own little thing. So anybody that's out there, if you up and coming with entertainment and podcasts, spoken word, all this other stuff. You got videos. I would love to get everybody out like on one platform. It's going to be a real big movement. I'll let y'all know some more details as I continue to work on it because I'm really like on high gear about this. So with grad school and that and the Royal Man TV show, make sure like y'all keep me in your prayers too. Now, to the deep saints that don't like me because of some other things, I don't really want your prayers, but because I know you probably praying for my demise, and you know it's all good. But other than that, yeah, man, that's it for another installment of Road Manhood TV. I am your host, Elliot Nelson. We have Ashton Ross. This dude, Korey, I can't believe this. This
Korey is ridiculous.
Hey, it's cold. I'm feeling the deep right now.
See, this
Real.
is
Time to move to Florida.
yeah. So like I said, it's me, Elliot. If you follow me on Twitter, actually, and I also did something new in the, and I should have done this a long time ago. In the description, you will see everybody's Twitter name. Go follow them. They tweet good stuff. Well, I mean, sometimes we ratchet a little bit too. So don't look for just one specific thing. Look for entertainment out of us because we like to entertain
Don't
folks.
have no high expectations for me.
Yeah,
No.
don't have a high because
Don't
one
have
minute we'll be talking about God, the next minute we in an argument with somebody. You never know.
Don't
You
have no
never
high
know.
expectations. You see, Ashton not even saying nothing. Don't
Nah.
have no high expectations for me.
Yeah,
Ashton is quiet.
yeah. Don't. If
I
you
remember
save to the
that.
bone, if you save to the bone and the bone save too, don't follow me.
If you drink Holy Ghost water in the morning, you don't want to do
Wow.
that. He tripped me out one day on Twitter. He was like, "Yo, I see everybody following me, but you might want to take that follow back." I'm just telling you that right now.
No, don't
I
have these
will.
expectations for
Dang,
me.
I just let you know because there's some people that follow you that's been following you, and they I don't know. I guess they see like you talk about God one time, and then
They think you're just.
I'm finna sit on there all day and
Mm-mm.
debate scripture. No, that's not me.
No.
Mm-mm.
But
Mm-mm.
yeah, that
No.
is that is it for Road Manhood TV. You'll see their Twitter names in the description. Talk about the Thursdays on the 28th. So that means this show will be the week after that on Tuesday. So the next time you'll see me and Ashton and
Oh, my
Audrey
glasses fell
will
slam
be
on my
on
face.
Talk. Lord Jesus, we got to get her off of here. Next time you see me, Ashton, and Audrey, we'll be back on Talk About It Thursday on the 28th. You'll see details on my page, on Ashton's page, on Audrey's page. Thank you for tuning in. This was Royalty. Y'all continue to live royally. Peace.